Join me as I accessorize my new stand-up desk using my 3D printer to build parts and pieces that I used to clean up cable clutter as well as increase my usable desk space. During the day, I spend long hours at my desk, and lately I've been dealing with back pain, sciatica specifically. And so I decided to try and make a change. In addition to my highly ergonomic chair, which I've had for years, which has helped, I decided to get a stand-up desk. So I went for this FLEXISPOT E6 that has a height of up to 50 inches. It's motorized. It's got this really nice controller that you can use to move it up and down. It shows you the height. It also has 4 settings that can be programmed as well. And it supposedly can handle about 350 pounds. And it comes with a cable manager, Velcro straps, as well as a set of casters, although the desk can be set up without the wheels as well. The desk is easy to assemble. Starting off with a desktop that I've laid down on the foam pad that it was shipped with. Don't want to scratch it. It comes with these heavy-duty steel bars which get mounted to the bottom. And here you can see the rails. You simply insert them into each other. Here I've slid them together. And then you insert the screws, which eventually will be used to lock this down. Here you can see I've assembled both crossbars to get them ready to go. And then I flip the bars over and attach the first cross brace, which is how this will be attached to the desktop. And again, here you can see the 2 screws I used to bolt that on. And here I've attached the other side as well. So here I flip the tabletop support over and I've inserted the initial leg, and this leg contains the motors as well. And then here I'm attaching the other as well. And then the 4 machine screws that bind each to the tabletop frame. Here I'm attaching the 2 feet to the support post or the legs using 4 bolts each. And this little piece of metal that I just attached is the power supply holder. If you're going to 3D parts that I'm about to show you a little bit later in the video, I would not attach this little piece of metal. We're just not going to use it. And it's not easy to take off. You either have to really bend it and break it off, or you're going to have to unscrew the top to take it off later. So I would recommend you don't put this on right now. Here I've aligned the leg structure to the desktop to the 4 pre-drilled holes, and I've inserted and screwed in the holes almost tight, not quite. It's still a little bit loose, and at least this side is secured. And then on the other side here, I simply stretch out or pull on the leg to align it with the holes. And because the center screws were loose, they allow me to do that. And then here I go ahead and insert the 4 screws and to bolt this side down as well. And then once you're done with this, those screws that are in the center, the center of the crossbars, can be tightened down as well. And then you can insert the 4 screws where the rubber grommets are that mount the center of the brace to the desktop here. And at this point, the support structure should be fully bolted down and tightened to the top of the desk. And again, here you see I left that power supply bracket, which I ended taking off later. So I don't recommend that you install that. And if you look at the top right, you can see where I bolted down the electronic controller that allows you to raise and lower the desk. It's there in the upper right corner near the edge of the desktop. And well, I've bolted that down as well. Here I've inserted in the center the electronic box, the electronics box that holds the actual controller. And here I'm plugging in all the cables. Wiring is not my strength, and as you can see here, it's a little bit messy. It does come with Velcro as well as the cable holder and tie downs, but I use those a little bit later. And here are the four casters that came with it. It came with this handy little wrench as well. These are the standard feet that are on the table. If you want to include the casters, you have to unscrew these and then screw the casters on like I'm doing over here. And here, all four are mounted and complete. Once that's done and everything is tightened down, get someone to help you flip the desk over. It's quite heavy. And then after plugging it in, you can see here, uh, it's quiet. As I move it up, you can see the measurement in terms of millimeters and how it's increasing in height. Again, this goes up to 50 inches, which is quite tall. And as you can see here, it's quite a tall stand-up desk. If you're tall, I have to assume 6 feet or more. This works quite well. You see the digits or the measurements flashing. That's an artifact of the camera. When you're looking at it and not recording, it does not flash like that. It's a really nice display. And here I'm simply using the up and down buttons. Once you have it at a height you like, you can just hit the M and the button and store the setting. This desktop is not real walnut. The bamboo version of the desktop is real bamboo, but as you can see, this is a laminate. But it looks nice. It looks really nice. I chose it because it matches somewhat closely some existing furniture that exists in the room, or at least it's in the same color scheme. I've been using this desk now for close to a month, and I gotta say, it has helped a lot. It works really well, really reliable, and there are definitely some benefits that come with this desk. Uh, the big ones are I notice because I get to stand up and sit down throughout the day, it increases my concentration. I'm not anywhere near as tired as I am at the end of the day, and my sciatica pain is completely gone. It disappeared. So, what about my 3D printed accessories that I use to clean things up? Well, here we go. First, here's the finished desk. I've got my desktop PC, my laptop, both monitors, keyboard, mouse, and conferencing station. There's actually two keyboards here, all mounted to the desk, and as you can see, they move up and down with the desk. There's a single power cable coming out that powers all of this, and I get 1.6 gigabit internet to my work location here, to my home office. And so there's actually two additional cables here that most people won't need. If you use wireless, you don't need Ethernet cables, but in this case I have a 10 gigabit and a 2.5 gigabit Ethernet cable, and those are the blue and black cables coming out here. Some additional cabling could be eliminated. Here you can see my keyboard. It's not wireless. I love this keyboard. In the future, I will probably replace it with a wireless one. You can see my mouse is wireless as well. And then I've got this teleconferencing device that also has a cable. But in theory, these could all be wireless as well, which would eliminate a good number of cables. My laptop is a MacBook Pro, and because of that, I like to use an external keyboard. Here I've got an Apple wireless keyboard, which is attached to the bottom. It simply slides out anytime I need it and slides right back in. This little shelf I 3D printed. I happen to use ABS. You can probably use anything you want to. And although you can bolt it and screw it in, I've used VHB tape to secure this to the desktop. And here I've 3D printed these baskets which snap on to the rails underneath the desk. And what's nice about these, you can shove power supplies, including power supplies that don't belong to the desk. My monitor power supply is in here, and you get to pack as many cables as you can fit in between these two metal rails. And you can fit quite a lot. And it's working well so far. I've also attached this 9 outlet aluminum power strip to the bottom. You notice I spaced it a little bit from the rails where I attached those cable baskets, and I didn't want to attach VHB tape directly to the power strip. So I 3D printed a mount. And these mounts are super simple. Uh, Again, here you can see I ended up printing these out of ABS. It's what I had on hand. It's also black, which helps it hide. Of course, you can probably print these out of anything you want to. And here you can see where I attached the 3M VHB tape. Each of these I put on 2 strips to make sure it has extra good holding power. It's good if you let these cure for a few hours or so. And but anyway, these snap on easily. And here you can see the power strip. It does have the ability to be screwed in, but I really didn't want to make any additional holes in the desktop. And so these simply pop right on. And make sure you do this to both sides. And then take off the VHB covering and stick it. The base of my monitor stand was taking too much space, so I 3D printed this monitor stand. And here it connects via 4 bolts via the Visa mount. It also has a bolt here that's 3D printed. It allows you to rotate the screen. You can see the arms here are really nice and strong and beefy. And this all mounts into this base that clamps onto the desk. And these mounts also allow you to rotate the mount once it's attached to the desk. It's designed really nice except for this clamp here. And when I get the chance, I'm going to redesign the clamp so it better fits underneath the rotation mount here. I think it'll add a little bit of stability, but it's been working. And this is an old, heavy, high definition monitor. I designed and 3D printed this MacBook Pro laptop mount, and here you can see it. I've got it pretty much flush with the top of the desk, although you can move this up and down the leg any way you choose. In addition, again, I printed this in ABS. I was mainly a little bit worried about heat. PETG should work fine as well. And on the side of this, there are actually a series of ventilation holes on both sides that help keep the laptop cool. And these are right here along the bottom. It's a little bit hard to see because of the black filament. And again, it's on the other side as well. Also, it's 18 millimeters wide, which means if you slide your MacBook Pro in due to the rubber feet on the bottom, it won't automatically slip out. I wanted to be able to charge and have many devices connected. So here I have this USB 4, USB-C connector that connects to a single device that everything else plugs into. And here you can see the mount again from the other side. Here you can see the cooling holes a little better. And here you can see I've got 4 M4 by 40 bolts with washers and matching nuts that attach to the leg. And again, here you see the cooling holes again. Here's the adapter I mounted with VHB tape that plugs into the MacBook Pro. That's at a 2.5 gigabit Ethernet port with HDMI and 3 USB ports, along with a fourth that's used for power. So the MacBook power supply is plugged into here, and the laptop can charge from this as well. Here also 3D printed a couple of parts here, again with VHB tape, that allows me to mount my hard drive that's used for backup that's connected to the MacBook Pro. And here you can also see I'm using one of the tie downs for the controller that was provided by FLEXISPOT for the stand-up desk, and that works well also. Now I've also got a desktop computer that I use for all my video editing. And I did not want to get extra long cables, so I designed and built this mount. It's fully 3D printed. It's 250 millimeters wide. It sits in between the rubber feet on the bottom of the computer itself. It's really stable, really strong. It holds this all together. I'm also using 4 M4 bolts that strap it to the leg of the desk, as you can see over here. If one of you design a better looking shelf that's super strong to hold a desktop, please let me know. Send me the link and I'll include it in a future video because this is not the most beautiful design, but it is strong. And here you can see the 3D printed straps that I used as well. And this is where the M4 nuts go through that the M4 bolts are bolting into. And again, I also use some washers on the other side. Here's a view from the top of the computer as well. It's super sturdy. I've tried to shake it, push on it, it doesn't budge. Good place to place a notebook, clear up some space on the desk. In addition, here's a look at how some of the cables look coming out the back. Notice I've got these little cable holders. I use them all around the bottom of the desk and up and down this leg as well. In this case, the power cord and the two Ethernet cables are being held with these. And I 3D printed these as well. They're super easy to print and they go really quick. And here you can see one of the clips and they're pretty flexible. Again, I did these in ABS and here I attached a strip of 3M VHB tape as well. And VHB tape, once it dries, is super strong and permanent. Here, using my slicer, I generated a double width version as well, which turned out to be useful, especially for the heavier cables. And I've used these all over the place, and they work really well. So I'm really happy with how this project turned out. The desk looks pretty clean. All the wiring that really hung around all around the backside and everywhere, as well as any issues related to wires not being long enough, are all taken care of. The desk has been great. It's a really high quality desk, really well built, and high quality materials. And honestly, for the price, I don't think it can be beat. On top of it, resolved my back pain, my sciatica. That alone makes this desk worth, triple or quadruple. If you are having any issues or just want a stand-up desk for health reasons, the ability to move from seating to standing and continue to work has many benefits. In the description of this video, I've got links to all the parts that I printed. Feel free to print these for yourselves, and they're available on printables. So we're near the end of this video. At this point, after watching everything from the previous portion of this video, you may be thinking to yourself, I don't want to put the effort into 3D printing all of that. Or maybe you just don't have a 3D printer. There's still no reason not to go ahead and trick out your stand-up desk. If you go over to Amazon to the FLEXISPOT online store, here you can see they've got drawers, keyboard drawers, file cabinets. They've got cable troughs, additional casters, monitor stands, pretty much anything you could possibly need to trick out your desktop. And they're not really expensive. They all seem to be really well made, made out of metal, and I would highly recommend you go there if you're not interested in putting the effort into this as I did. And just one other reminder, if you take a look at that stand that I built that mounts to the side of the desk to mount your PC, and you're thinking you could do much better than that, by all means, please do. And when you do have something designed, please shoot me a message or a link. I'd love to take a look at it. And in a future video, I'd love to include it. And finally, if you found this video useful, please click subscribe. And thank you very much for watching.